If I was broke, this is how I would get rid of my back pain. If you're suffering from back pain and let's say you don't have the money to see a specialist, or you don't have the medical expertise in your area where you live and you are suffering from back pain, these are the exercises that I'm going to recommend to you. These 3 exercises addresses the most common reasons why people are having back pain. Hi, this is Reggie from Result Plus Physical Therapy, and welcome to today's tip of the day. So these exercises are very important, so make sure you watch till the end so you'll know how to do them and you'll be able to address your back pain without having to spend much more money. I'm going to share with you the 2 exercises or 2 stretches that stretches the muscles that are most commonly tight and causing back pain, and then also 1 exercise that will address the weakness of this key muscle that is usually the culprit when you're having back issues. So let's dive right into it. The first exercise that I want to show you is the hamstring stretch. Hamstrings are most of the time tight when we're having back issues, or the reason why we're having back pains is because of tight hamstrings. When you're sitting a lot, which nowadays because of modern technology, we work a lot on computers and most of the time we're sitting. And what happens when you're sitting, your knee is bent and your hamstrings is the muscle at the back of the thigh here. So it crosses your knee and it crosses your hip. If you're sitting all the time, your knee is bent, it shortens the hamstring. And then also what happens is when the hamstrings is tight, it's gonna pull your pelvis this way. And when you do this, you see it's gonna round the back and it's gonna stretch your back muscles, and that's gonna cause back pains. So you want to stretch your hamstrings. Now, how do we do that? I want you to lie down on a firm surface. You can do it on the floor or you can do it on your bed if the mattress is very firm. If it's soft, use a mattress topper to make the mattress firmer. And you're going to use either a stretch strap like this, or you can use a belt or bath towel or a dog leash. I just like this because it has the loops. So we're going to lie down, and then you're going to hook the loop onto your foot. Make sure the other leg is down, and then you're going to pull up. So make sure when you do this, don't bring your neck up, don't strain your neck. You're only going to be using your arms. So keep the knee straight and then you pull up. You're gonna feel the stretch at the back of the thigh, or if your calves are tight, you might actually feel it on your calves also. So holding it for 20 to 30 seconds, then you can put it down, and you can do it 3 repetitions on one side, and then you can do it on the other side as well. The second stretch that I want to show you is the psoas stretch. The psoas is a deep muscle in front of your hip. So it's present on both hips here, and because we sit a lot and then we do work on the computer because we sit all the time, the muscles are shortened. Similar to your hamstrings, when the muscle is shortened, it gets tight and it puts a lot of pressure on your back, on your lumbar spine. That causes back pain. So one key thing is we want to stretch your psoas. So similar to the hamstrings, we want to stretch the hamstrings, we also want to stretch your psoas muscle. Now, how do we do that? Let me show you. So you're going to be lying down, and then when you're lying down, you're going to have one leg off the bed. Make sure you're lying down on a firm surface, okay? This one you cannot be on the floor because you have to get one leg off the bed, or the one leg is gonna be down. So with this, you have to be like on the edge of the bed, make sure you don't fall off. And then this one, you're going to be pulling this knee to your chest, and then you're going to keep this leg down. So so avoid going up like this. So make sure this one is down. As you can see, it's opening up the front of my hip there. The more I pull, so it's a little, you can see it's a little tight, so it comes up. But what I want to do is I want to keep that leg down and then keep this up. All right? So when you hold that, you can hold it for 20 to 30 seconds, and then you do it on the other side also. Doing it that way, it will help stretch your psoas and then keep it nice and loose so it doesn't put too much pressure on your lower back.
The third exercise that I want to show you is you have to activate your core. Now, I hear that a lot from people, and everybody's saying that they're activating the core. But when I actually check, they actually don't know how to activate the core. So watch this very carefully and follow the instructions that I give you so you'll know how to activate your core properly. Because when you have a stronger core, you will have less chances of having back pain. The question there is, how do you actually activate your core even before you strengthen it? Because if you cannot activate your core, you cannot strengthen it, right? So let me show you. So you're going to be lying down. So in this position, you can have both knees bent or you can have both knees straight, depending if you're more comfortable doing one or the other. Now, you're going to be palpating, or you're going to be trying to feel for a muscle. So this is my iliac crest here, the bone on your hip area, right? Above it, there's going to be an indentation. Don't press too hard, but you're going to put your fingers lightly in that area. And then what I want you to do is, I want you to make a strong hissing sound. You're going to go and try to prolong that. When you do that, you're going to feel the muscle pushing from underneath your fingertips. So I want you to try that yourself now. You're going to feel the muscle pushing from underneath your fingertips. Now that is your core being activated. So you want to be able to do that eventually without hissing. Because when you're hissing, you involuntarily will activate your core. But then you want to do it upon command so that you can actually tighten that muscle, activate your core, but at the same time you're breathing. At the same time, like for me, I'm talking, and you can maintain that contraction. Because a lot of times when I have people try to do it without hissing, what happens is they strain, they're using the outer abdominals, or they will time it with their breath and they're gonna hold their breath. So you cannot do that, right? So first, try the hissing until you really get used to it, and then you'll be able to do it upon command. Hold it 6 seconds, hold it 10 seconds, and do it multiple times in a day. So that way you can start training your core properly. So there you have it. Those are my top 3 exercises on how you can get rid of your back pain without having to spend the money to see a specialist or to get an MRI done, or without having to do injections or surgery. Thank you very much for your time for watching this video. Please share this with someone you know that is having back pains, so that it can help them get rid of that without having to spend much more money and without having to suffer. And don't forget to click on that subscribe button so you can get alerted once we have our new video coming out next week that shares more tips on how you get healthy and pain-free. Again, so thank you very much for your time. Go ahead, watch the next video, and I appreciate you.